Get ready to have your mind blown as we uncover the shocking history of salt. From ancient civilizations to modern-day uses, salt has played a far more significant role than you ever imagined. In this video, we'll delve into the fascinating story behind salt, exploring its impact on trade, cuisine, and even wars. You'll be amazed at the secrets and surprises that lie beneath the surface of this everyday seasoning. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have your perceptions of salt forever changed. Join me as I dive into the surprising and often shocking history of salt. Let's see what secrets I can uncover. Salt. It's something we all take for granted, but the truth is, it's been making waves throughout human history. From ancient trade routes to modern-day cuisines, salt has played a crucial role in shaping our world. But how did this humble seasoning become so integral to our daily lives? Salt was a hot commodity, and its scarcity led to some serious strife. In ancient Rome, salt was used to pay soldiers. That's right, they were paid in salt, hence the word salary. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Rome's salt monopoly led to some major power struggles, with other nations struggling to get their hands on this precious resource. Salt was also a major motivator for exploration. Think about it, many of the ancient trade routes were established solely for the purpose of transporting salt. The shortage of salt was a real concern, and it led to some desperate measures. In medieval Europe, salt was so valuable that it was often used as collateral for loans. Talk about putting your salt where your mouth is. The lack of salt was also behind many a feud between nations. Take the Salt Wars of Venice, for example, where the city-state clashed with its neighbours over access to this precious resource. And let's not forget the infamous Salt Act of 1882, which led to widespread unrest in India. It's crazy to think that something as simple as salt could spark such outrage. Salt's influence on culture and politics cannot be overstated. In Africa, salt was used as a form of currency, with merchants using it to buy and sell goods. In ancient China, salt was used to preserve food, leading to a culinary revolution that shaped the nation's identity. And who can forget the iconic salt mines of Poland, where thousands of workers risked life and limb to extract this valuable resource? But there's one moment in salt's history that really takes the cake, or should I say the salt shaker. It's hard to believe, but salt was actually used as a form of punishment in ancient Greece. Yep, you heard that right. If you didn't pay your taxes, you'd be forced to eat a salt-free diet, which was basically a death sentence back then. Salt was also instrumental in the preservation of food, which changed the course of human history. Before salt, people had to rely on smoking and curing to preserve meat. But with salt, they could store food for months on end, allowing them to explore new lands and establish trade routes. One of the most shocking facts about salt is its role in the American Revolutionary War. Believe it or not, the British used salt to control the American colonies, restricting access to this vital resource to maintain their grip on power. It's incredible to think that something as simple as salt could have such far-reaching consequences. And let's not forget the iconic salt roads of Europe, where merchants would transport salt across the continent, establishing trade routes that still exist today. Salt's influence on our world is still felt today, from the way we preserve food to the way we flavour our dishes. It's amazing to think that this humble seasoning has been making waves for thousands of years. Whether you're a foodie, a history buff, or just someone who loves a good story, salt's history is definitely worth exploring. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the surprising and often shocking history of salt. If you liked this video, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos on food history.